Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Oh, it's great to be back.
This time,
Yeah.
we're looking at movement, learning, and even sexual health.
Interesting combination.
Yeah, right. It's really fascinating.
Yeah.
All from some recent Canadian and French research, actually.
Oh, wow.
So to start, let's talk about a study out of the University of Montreal.
Okay.
Um, and they looked at how light physical activity affects the brain.
Oh, interesting. So not like intense exercise, but just like light activity.
Exactly, yeah. So things like just casual pedaling on a stationary bike.
Okay.
And they found that it can actually help people learn better compared to just sitting still.
Really? That's fascinating. I mean, how do they measure that?
Well, they used eye tracking and memory tests.
Oh, wow.
And what they found is that this light exercise, basically, it's like a warm-up for the brain.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, almost like when you stretch before a workout.
Yeah, I get that.
But get this, they also found that if you do moderate exercise, like where you get your heart rate up,
Mm-hmm.
that actually has the opposite effect.
Oh, wow. So too much is bad.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah.
like there's a sweet spot, right?
Yeah.
Too little, and maybe your brain's not stimulated enough, but then too much, and maybe it takes away from your ability to focus on learning.
Interesting.
So think about it like this. You're at work, and you're trying to focus on a complex task, or you're studying for a big exam.
Right.
Maybe going for a light walk, or even just stretching for a bit, could actually help you focus better
Oh, I like that.
than if you just came back from a super intense workout at the gym.
Interesting.
And the researchers also emphasized that it doesn't even have to be like a full-on workout,
Mhm.
Just little bits of movement throughout the day can make a big difference.
Oh, okay.
Not just for learning, but for your overall health, too.
Yeah, I could see that.
So they suggest things like using a standing desk or having walking meetings.
Yeah.
Or even just sitting on one of those exercise balls while you work.
Yeah.
Just little ways to stay active, even when you're busy.
I like that. That's good advice.
So we're seeing that even small movements can have a big impact on our minds and bodies.
It is fascinating.
Now let's switch gears and talk about something completely different.
Okay.
There was a recent study published in the New England Journal of Medicine Evidence,
Okay.
and it's about a new treatment for peanut allergies in kids.
Oh, wow. Okay. I think I might have heard about this one. The one with, what is it? Oral immunotherapy?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
where they gradually give kids more and more peanut protein.
Right. Yeah, under medical supervision, of
Of
course.
course,
Okay.
yeah. It has to be supervised by a doctor, but the results are really amazing.
Really? So how well does it work?
Well, after about a year and a half of treatment, the kids could actually eat like 3 tablespoons of peanut butter
Wow.
without having an allergic reaction.
That's incredible. That could be life-changing for so many families.
It really could, yeah. It could give a lot of peace of mind to parents and kids who have been living with that fear of accidentally eating something with peanuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I can only imagine. Yeah.
But of course, as with any allergy treatment, it's important to be cautious
Absolutely.
and talk to your doctor.
Yeah.
But it is really promising research.
Very cool.
Okay, so now let's move on to our final source for this part.
Okay.
This one's from Health Canada,
Okay.
and it's a warning about some unregulated sexual enhancement products.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what's the issue with these products?
Well, they were being sold in a few different provinces, and they were found to have some hidden ingredients.
Oh, that's concerning. Like what kind of ingredients?
Things like sildenafil, which
Mhm.
is the active ingredient in Viagra,
Oh, wow.
and tadalafil, which is what's in Cialis.
Okay, and those are prescription medications, right? It
Exactly.
shouldn't just be in random products.
Right, and they can have some serious side effects, especially for people with heart conditions.
Right. So people might be taking those without even knowing.
Yeah, that's the scary part.
And without a doctor's supervision, that's not good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a good reminder to always be careful about products that make big promises or claim to be miracle cures.
Right, especially if they're not approved by Health Canada or the FDA.
Yeah, you always want to do your research,
Mm-hmm.
check the ingredients,
Mm-hmm.
and talk to your doctor if you're not sure about something.
That's good advice for anything, really.
It really is.
Yeah. Welcome back to our deep dive.
Thinking about those unregulated products,
Yeah.
it makes you wonder, like, why people feel like they need to use them in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
That's a really good point. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on people these days, right? When
Yeah.
it comes to body image and how we're supposed to look and act.
Exactly, yeah. Then you see all these ads for products that promise to make you, I don't know, more desirable or,
Yeah, or like boost your performance.
yeah, boost your performance. It's easy to see how people might get sucked in.
Yeah, it is. Especially when you're feeling like you're not good enough or you don't measure up.
Yeah. But I think it's important to remember that real sexual health is about so much more than just that
Oh, absolutely.
physical aspect,
It's about feeling good about yourself,
Yeah,
feeling comfortable in your own skin, and being able to communicate openly with your partner.
exactly, yeah.
And that's something that no pill or potion can really give you.
It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, exactly.
And it makes me think about that study on movement and learning,
Yeah.
If even just light exercise can have such a big impact on our brains,
Right.
what other potential are we missing out on, right?
It's amazing to think about. Our bodies are capable of so much.
It really is, yeah. It just shows how connected our minds and bodies really are.
Mm-hmm. And it makes you wonder, what other simple things could we be doing
Yeah.
to improve our health and well-being?
Like, if moving more can help us learn better, what else can it do, right?
Exactly. And that's why I think it's so important to keep learning and exploring these connections.
Yeah, definitely. We're just scratching the surface here.
Oh, absolutely. And, speaking of exploring, that research on peanut allergies, that's really groundbreaking.
It is, yeah. I mean, the idea that you could actually train your body to tolerate something
Yeah.
that it used to be allergic to,
Mm-hmm.
it's just amazing.
It really is. It's incredible what science can do.
It is, but
Yeah.
like with anything new, I think it's important to be cautious and do your research right.
Oh, for sure.
Make sure you're getting information from reliable sources and talking to experts.
Yeah, you don't want to just believe everything you hear.
Exactly, yeah.
You have to think for yourself and make your own decisions.
That's a really good point, yeah. And it applies to all areas of life, not just health.
Absolutely.
We have to be critical thinkers and not just take things at face value.
Especially in today's world where we're bombarded with information from all sides.
Yeah, it can be tough to sort through it all,
Yeah. It is. But it's so important to be discerning and figure out what's credible and what's not.
Yeah. So how do you do that? How do you navigate all that information?
Well, for me, it's about checking sources.
Oh.
Looking for evidence-based research and considering different perspectives. Sometimes it even means consulting with experts in the field.
Yeah, makes sense. It's about being an active participant in your own learning, right?
Exactly. You can't just passively absorb information. You have to engage with it.
Question it, yeah.
Yeah, question it, analyze it.
Figure out how it applies to your own life.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny. We started with these three seemingly unrelated topics: movement, peanut allergies, and these sexual enhancement products. But there's actually a common thread running through all of them.
Oh, there is. What do you think it is?
I think it's about making informed choices.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Whether it's about moving your body,
Mm-hmm.
understanding a new medical treatment, or being careful about what products you use.
Yeah,
It all comes down to having the knowledge to make the best decisions for yourself.
I like that. Knowledge is power.
It really is.
Yeah, it's true. The more you know, the better equipped you are to navigate life's challenges.
Exactly. And we'll be back in just a bit to wrap up our deep dive with some final thoughts.
Welcome back to our final part.
Our final part, yeah.
I was just thinking about
Yeah.
what you're saying about untapped potential.
Mm-hmm.
And if something like just light exercise
Yeah.
can have such a big impact on our brains,
Mm-hmm.
what other abilities might we have that we're not even aware of?
It really is a good question to think about, isn't it?
Mhm.
I mean, we're always learning, discovering new things
Yeah.
about ourselves and the world.
It's almost like we're only using a small part of what we're capable of.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, just scratching the
Oh.
surface.
And it makes me think about, that
Mhm.
research on peanut allergies we talked about.
Yeah.
It's incredible to think. It's pretty amazing.
We might be able to retrain our bodies
Yeah.
to not be allergic to things anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's incredible what science can do, isn't it?
It really is, yeah.
It's always pushing the boundaries.
But, with all these advancements, I
Yeah.
think it's still really important to
No, absolutely.
be careful and think
Yeah.
critically.
Yeah. Don't just believe everything you hear, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Do your own research.
Make sure you're getting information from reliable sources.
Exactly.
One thing that's really stuck with me from today's deep dive
Mm-hmm.
is how important it is to make informed choices.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Whether we're talking about exercise
Mm-hmm.
or medical treatments
Right.
or even just the products we use.
It all comes down to knowledge, doesn't it?
It really does, yeah.
Like you were saying before, knowledge is power.
It is, yeah.
The more you know, the better decisions you can make.
For yourself, for your health, for everything.
Everything, exactly.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with one last thought.
Okay.
If making small changes to our physical habits can have such a big effect on our minds,
Yeah.
what other changes could we be making to unlock even more potential?
That's a great question, yeah.
It's something to really think about.
It is, it is.
And remember, you can find more information on all the topics we talked about today.
Oh, yeah, down in the links below this episode.
So thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been fun.
Exploring these fascinating connections between movement, learning, and even sexual health.
3 great topics.
Yeah, and until next time.
Yeah.
Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep taking care of yourselves.
Absolutely. See you next time.